Well, how do you derail the money train for a lot of causes? Well, we found our guy. David Hogg's at it again. God bless him. I mean, he's got the energy of a mite. You know, I sit here and I'm trying to make sense of what this young man is doing. Now, on one hand, I understand that there needs to be something talked about because there's definitely a problem. But he's clearly misidentified what the problem is.
Right.
And it reminds me of something I read that P.J. O'Rourke wrote. And he said this. He says, at the core of liberalism is the spoiled child. Miserable as spoiled children are. Unsatisfied, demanding, ill-disciplined, despondent, and useless. Liberalism is the philosophy of sniveling brats.
You just described every freaking teenager.
Well, yeah. So,
but they expound on that by getting in front of a camera.
Right. So what I think is funny is that, so Hogg is basically, his most recent escapade is that he's taken on a leftist revolutionary anti-gun advocate role. So what he's done is he stepped out and he's made a statement to the Publix grocery chain. At first it was undisclosed what the chain was. And he made a statement to the Publix grocery chain that says, you know, to atone for your support of an NRA-backed candidate that was running for governor, you should take double that donation and give it to the Parkland School Student Fund.
So he took a page out of Al Sharpton's book.
Yeah, Al Sharpton, everybody.
Jesse Jackson.
Yeah.
The stream of logic is just astounding.
I'm thinking Clinton Foundation. I'm thinking of all these people that go out there and they try to force you into.
They're going to guilt you into paying them.
Sure. So I looked up the definition of extortion. I want to read it because this is interesting. So the dictionary defines extort as to get something, especially money, from someone by using force or threats.
Right.
Man, you can't find a better definition of what that is than what David Hogg is doing.
That's exactly what it is. They do it with a smile on their face.
Sure.
But it's still extortion anyway. You shake it down.
So, you know, so Twitter seems to be the lead-in for a lot of this, and Facebook still has its presence.
It's the old guys that use the Facebook.
Yeah, it's the old guys. And so there was an officer that that made a Facebook post. Go ahead and tell us what that was, because that was funny.
Which
the Facebook post about the car, the old lady?
The old lady, he basically said, you know, I'm not going to cry if an old lady basically loses control of her car and runs you down.
Yeah. So, you know, I'm sitting here and I'm going, okay, so that burned him. So what I think is even funnier is Hogg jumps on Twitter and he goes, you know what? Says Publix is an NRA sellout. In Parkland, we're going to have a die-in on Friday.
Right. Before
Memorial Day weekend. So show up between 4 p.m. and for 12 minutes, we invite you to lie down inside these Publix stores.
The pictures that they posted on the internet were astounding. I laughed my guts out at them. Because you had people that were dying, but they were holding their phones up.
Doing
taking selfies of themselves dying in.
Some of the people within our own social circle posted some hilarious freaking memes of stuff
with that in there.
Oh, yes.
There was a guy, the one that was I thought was funny was the guy who was standing there with the shirt. Says, I'll control my guns. You learn how to control your kids.
Right. Had it right on the back of his T-shirt, stepping over them. That was the best part of it.
And I'll tell you, that to me was the most poignant point there.
Right.
So, you know, going back to, you know, this whole, this thing about core of liberalism. Okay, you see children that face very traumatic things and they make good causes. They actually go out and do things to help people. All I'm seeing right now is David Hogg helping David Hogg.
That's all this is. I'm telling you, he's taken the playbook of Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson. I'm going to make a career out of this. That's why he came out and he said, this is not going to take days, months, or even years. It's going to take a lifetime. So when you look at what he's trying to tell you there is, I need you to fund me forever because this is just going to be a battle that's never won. It's just back and forth.
So we have a winner on that one. So Michael Bloomberg presented him with a $2,500 check.
A bullshit award.
Under the guise of the American Spirit Award for Citizens, Activism, and the Common Good Scholarship Fund.
What a tight ass. I wonder what all he's giving Shannon Watts. He's giving her a lot more.
Yeah. Really? I mean, come on, Mike.
Yeah, come on. Open up the purse strings a little bit there, buddy.
Do what he asked. I'm surprised he didn't ask him for what Publix did. So what I thought was funny was when they were backstage, there is somebody leaked this thing. And he said, so he basically asked him, what should I do? And Bloomberg was like, well, I would start out by finishing school.
Right.
which I thought was funny.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, so this kind of leads me to what I was saying earlier. So he makes a statement. It won't take days. It won't take years. It'll take a lifetime. So what he's done is he's recently declared, because now we don't know, that's a scholarship fund. I always thought if you were received money for a scholarship, it had to pay for tuition, not a lifestyle.
No, man, it pays for all kinds of
craziness.
craziness.
It pays for books.
Yeah.
It pays for stuff.
Room and board,
stuff
pizzas.
Like that, right. And, so what I think is funny is he's declared that he's going to be taking a year off. He's taking a year off from school, and he's going to focus on promoting his leftist positions, basically.
He's going to be a slick Willie. He's going to be a Rhodes Scholar.
Yeah, a Rhodes Scholar during the 2018 midterms. But what I think is even funnier is he indicated in Twitter, and I'm telling you, people, you need to think. I understand Twitter. I get it. You only have so many words to say something.
Yes.
But you really need to understand what those words say. So here's what he's saying. He's saying, I'm going to take a year off, and I'm going to spend my time making memes.
What a productive, productive little person you are.
I literally fell out of my chair laughing. I go, holy
Wow,
shit, does not tell you, now I will say, in his defense, okay, he comes from that structure.
Sure.
You can tell, we're not going to go into the family history, we're not going to go through all that, but you can tell he's come up through this in his livelihood. He, like a lot of people seeking political office, and they look for the financial gain of it.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, he's seeing some pretty good rewards of it. We did a podcast not too long ago about where that $1 billion was going.
Yeah.
For that fund that they were collecting through, I keep saying her name wrong, Wasserman Schultz, yeah.
Schultz!
So, there was like, almost $1 billion collected. We don't know where that money went.
Right.
Okay.
There's no accounting
for it. So now we're looking at this guy. He's like panhandling. The next thing he's going to be out on the street is he's going to be holding a sign.
The interesting things that happened with him, though, to me, out of the whole shooting match here, is he went to the Publix. How this all got started, he's going to do the die-in. He holds his hand out for Publix, and Publix says, "Let me tell you what I'm going to do. Here, let me tell you what. I'm just going to shut it all down at this point.
Turn the faucet off."
Exactly. Mm-hmm. So he turned the faucet off for the Brady campaign, for the NAACP, for a lot of anti-gun and leftist causes. They basically just shut the whole faucet off.
And it wouldn't surprise me that because of this, that they would actually turn the faucet off on all kind of support, no matter what the cause is.
Right.
Those are the unintended consequences. Is okay. Now you've backed this company in a corner, or I wouldn't say
forced me into a decision.
Right. Yeah, I'm going to now be a little bit more diligent about where my money goes.
And that's a good point, because CBS spun it completely a different way. CBS said that Publix caved.
Yeah.
There's no way they caved. I mean, here's the statement. I mean, literally, the CEO said he will not be giving a donation to the school's student fund. Okay, but he also went on to say that they've decided to suspend corporate funding political contributions as they reevaluate their giving process. In another statement, he goes, "We regret that our contributions have led to a divide in our community."
Right.
Okay, we did not intend to put our associates and the customers they serve in the middle of a political debate. So by taking, and I have a question, and I don't know the answer to this. Was there, okay, so the 12 minutes was what? The number of people?
I think so. Is what they call, yeah.
But what I think is even interesting in that sense is that what is 12 minutes? What does 12 minutes really mean? It means that if you're obstructing somebody from doing business, okay, 12 minutes is nothing. Okay?
That's true.
It's a minor interruption.
Right.
You can't charge me for that.
Right.
Okay? Because by the time you get here to charge me, we're all going to get up and disperse.
Exactly.
So in my mind, I'm thinking there's,
somebody thought that process
through. Somebody thought that through pretty well, because they're like, okay, so what did they do? They walked in, they laid down. Okay, big deal. So they get up and leave. So what's next? Okay, he's going to be reaching out for another paycheck.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's next.